Congratulations to the New York Knicks as they beat the San Antonio Spurs tonight 94-90 to win the NBA Finals for the first time in 53 years. As a bandwagon San Antonio Spurs fan, I went into this series thinking the Spurs were going to win in 5 games. And I was wrong. I want to come out and say that I failed to recognize that the Spurs were a young team that had never been in this position before. And you had a Knicks team that teams didn't want these guys. You look at Jalen Brunson. They picked Luka Doncic for him. And he ends up going to the Knicks and being a better player than Doncic at this point with the NBA championship. Because that's what I look at when it's all said and done. What value did you bring to the NBA in your time playing? And now Jalen Brunson has a championship over a Luka Doncic. So at this point in time, even though Luka Doncic is an incredible player, I would pick Jalen Brunson to start a team just because Jalen is a winner. You got a guy like Mikal Bridges, a journeyman veteran that nobody wanted. He was a high draft pick, been on a couple teams already, really found a home in New York. And he's got something that nobody in the NBA does anymore, a mid-range game. I want to say in Game 3, he got hot and scored about 10 consecutive points, all on mid-range jumpers. It could have been Game 2. Mikal Bridges was a force in this series. Karl-Anthony Towns, he was a Minnesota Timberwolves. It did not work out over there. He ends up going to the Knicks and being a household name now in New York with this championship. Josh Hart, a glue guy, does everything but score. There was one stat line in this series where he has no points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. He's the garbage guy. You know, if the Knicks can't come through on a possession, Josh Hart is usually cleaning up the mess. So he's a guy that is so valuable to a championship team. McBride, a guy off the bench, comes in, hits some big 3-pointers. Chamalay also comes in for defense, hits that wing 3, the corner 3. Mitchell Robinson. The Spurs should have fouled him more, right? 36% in the playoffs for his career. They did it a couple times in the series, and they stopped doing it. So I wonder if they should have fouled Mitchell Robinson more, made the Knicks go smaller. But these young players for San Antonio ran into a wall. Dylan Harper was asked to do way too much for a rookie. And I realize his dad played in the league for a long period of time. This guy is the 2nd overall pick. You know, he should be a veteran at this point in his NBA career. But he's never played this much games in a season. Stephon Castle was effective, but he can't hit a jumper. Vassell can hit that 3, play a little defense, but still wasn't effective. Champagnie had the wing 3 in Game 7 against OKC and in Game 1, but could not come through for the rest of the series. And I felt like he was the only guy that could hit a shot for the Spurs. The Spurs, their only offense, it's a lot of one-on-one and driving to the paint. They got to get better at shooting the 3. And I think for the Spurs to be effective, Wemby needs to work on his low post moves. He's just trying to body people and use his talent to score right now. There's really no efficiency, no low post moves. There's no pump fakes, no and one opportunities. They're just throwing it up to him. If I was Wemby, I would get with an Akeem Olajuwon this offseason. Learn that dream shake. Learn a Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway in the paint. Back someone down, create some space. Because right now, all he's got is that push shot with the right or left hand. Did have a couple games in this series where he did go off. But I feel like Wemby needs to shoot it 30 times a game. I gave him the nickname Wemby Chamberlain for Wilt Chamberlain. Someone that would shoot it 30 to 40 times a game. And look, when you're the most dominant player in the NBA, your teammates aren't going to be mad at you because you're shooting more than them. And I think Wemby needs to stop being so nice. He doesn't have that killer's instinct to take over a game, and he also has an unguardable shot at that wing three, and he did not use it much this series. Sometimes when you're a young player in sports, I look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes. He had to pay his dues against Tom Brady. He did not win right away. He lost the AFC Championship game. And I look at a guy like Wemby now, who has lost his first NBA Finals. He's paying his dues right now. The Spurs have to play inside out. Wemby needs to take the ball up more. He needs to be a vocal point on offense. And I don't think he was in this series. He also went out way too much. He needs to get in the gym. He needs to work on his stamina. And he would come out for like 2 minutes at a time, and they would bring him back in. He's got to play 40 minutes a night. The Knicks were just the better basketball team. Let's be honest. They had the better ball movement on most of these possessions. 4 or 5 Knicks were touching the ball, and they were always making the extra pass, getting the best shot they could. And Mike Brown outcoached that Spurs coach. Won the NBA Finals. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. I want to talk about something, and if you want to click off, that's fine. But the Knicks booed President Trump in Game 3. They ended up losing that game, and a lot of people blamed the president for that loss. And I thought it was disrespectful. New York as a city is a dump. People do not go on vacation to New York and walk around. You're going to get robbed, trash everywhere. There's rats running around the city that are as big as cats. Nobody is doing anything about it. Everybody is out for themselves. There is no hospitality. If you're not from New York, they give you a hard time. They jump San Antonio Spurs fans. And living in California, I have never seen a Knicks fan walking around in a Knicks jacket, a Knicks hat, because what happens here is Knicks fans, they stick together. When you're in New York, you're stuck there. You never make it out. They aren't good people. And that's why it took 53 years for the Knicks to win an NBA championship. You want to boo the president, some of these same people that booed him would run across the street and shake his hand. It is so fake. These people would boo him and then blame the president for that loss. As soon as that happened, I wanted the Spurs to win even more. But congratulations to the Knicks for getting the job done, especially Jalen Brunson. I really respect his game. Captain Clutch, they call him in New York, and he was that in this series. He gets the Knicks a Larry O'Brien trophy for the first time in 53 years, and the Spurs are not done yet. I see the Knicks being done just because the East is so open, but the Spurs are going to be around for a long time to come. Wemby will win an NBA championship. New York, I'm sure, is going crazy right now. I don't like the New York fans. There is a reason why players go to New York just to get paid, and you leave New York to win. New York is a player development factory. You look at Saquon Barkley going to the Philadelphia Eagles. You look at Daniel Jones going to the Indianapolis Colts. You look at the New York Jets, who have not won for the same amount of time as the New York Knicks. It is so hard to play for this fan base. They'll shit on your porch and run away. They'll throw rocks. They'll paintball your house. These people are terrible. They'll bother you when you're eating and then not apologize for it. Think they're entitled for some, I'm from New York. I can do that. I can get away with it. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I hope that somebody donates a big super chat and I'm able to go to the parade and walk around in a Wemby jersey. And I'm sure that nobody will mess with me in New York. I'm 6'4", 240. I have an MMA background. All it's going to take is one rear naked choke. I'll probably get arrested because these Knicks fans are going to touch me and one thing's going to lead to another and I'm going to put somebody's face in the pavement. So somebody give me a big super chat and I'll go to New York and I swear I'll wear a Wemby jersey and nothing will happen to me. I won't have security. I'll walk down the street by myself. All I need is a way to get there. So I want to go to the parade and I want to wear a Wemby jersey. I think that would be great content. Somebody help me make that happen. The New York Knicks are NBA champions, and it hurts me to say that, guys. They are a terrible franchise. Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, who was a terrible Knick, by the way. Stephon Marbury, who didn't do anything in New York. They brought back all these guys. John Starks, who got shit on by Reggie Miller. It's just funny to me. They brought them all back for all these certain number of years, and those guys didn't want the Knicks to win because everybody now forgets what they did in the 90s against the Bulls. The Knicks streak is over, guys, and I hate to say it. It is a gut check, but that is reality, and congratulations to the Knicks. I still don't like you guys, and it's on sight if I see you for how you treated the Spurs fans, and I wish I would walk by a Knicks fan in public and recognize me, talk shit to me, and see what happens, guys. Thank you for watching. If you can, go check out my buddy Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Daniel does highlights on the NBA, NFL, MLB, hockey, Olympics, wrestling, World Cup, the best highlights on YouTube. You're subscribing to ESPN. You're paying all that money. Why? Daniel Berry has the same exact shit, the same exact highlights, just play-by-plays on the Dodgers, Rams, and Lakers. So go over there and sub to his channel. I'd appreciate it. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Also, go check out my buddy KNICKS, a Chiefs content creator who makes NBA content, NFL draft content. I'm sure he's going to have a video on the NBA Finals. So go check him out. TJ and Mike run a good channel over there. KNICKS. Make sure you get the spelling right. KAST. RJ Podcast, a Raiders content creator who does a show with Chris for Raiders on Sunday and Wednesdays. So if you like the Raiders, you like Fernando Mendoza and the NFL, go check out RJ Podcast and Chris for Raiders. CG Ruthless. He's a 49ers content creator. He's close to 1,000 subs. We did an interview together about the Chiefs and the 49ers. Had a great conversation. I promised him I would try to help him get to 1,000 subscribers, get him monetized. Good person, interviews, draft prospects. Actually got one drafted to the 49ers. So CG Ruthless, go check him out. 854 subs. King Jamie the Mad, a Chiefs content creator who runs a panel with Bills fans. You can literally go over there and talk shit and enjoy the chat, talk ball. I also do membership-only content, guys. Self-defense training, former kickboxer, MMA fighter, personal training if you want to lose weight, get back into shape, get healthy again, gambling picks in the NFL, NBA, MLB. If I see value in a game, I'll give you some great advice where to put your money. Box breaks. Sports cards is getting back popular again. So how I'm going to do it is each member is going to get a team. I'm going to do up to 30 members, and each member is going to get a Major League, NFL team, NBA team, and that is going to be your team for box breaks. I also do autograph giveaways to the first 20 members of the channel. I'm going to be giving away a Shohei Ohtani autograph baseball in Japanese. These things usually go for $300 online, and I paid a pretty hefty penny for it. So I want to get back to my subscribers. The first 20 for the Shohei Ohtani autograph baseball, and to the first 10, a autograph Patrick Mahomes signed mini helmet. So guys, if you can, be a member of the channel. It is expensive, but I give back to the members. I don't just take your money and run like some people do. I also do members only live streams where you can be a part of the play-by-plays and give your takes during the game. My memberships do more than anybody else. There's nobody out there that helps people more than myself when you're a member. Just ask Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. He's been promoted in every one of my videos. I send him super chats. I send him birthday presents, autographed baseballs. He's made more money being a member of my channel than he has paid for the memberships. So guys, if you support me, you get back quadruple of the support. And I really try to pay it back to my subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.